Hey you guys, it's Erin, and I'm back today to talk to you guys about meal planning on a budget. So, as a stay-at-home mom who homeschools, one of the ways that I help out my family is I do the meal planning, grocery shopping, and most of the main cooking for dinner at our house. My significant other is not home till later in the day, and it's just easier, and it really helps us with our budget. We spend on average $100 a week on groceries for a family of 3. You heard me, 3. We're also a family who primarily eats whole foods. I don't buy a lot of prepackaged items. I think really the only prepackaged items I probably buy are cereals, and I buy, like barbecue sauce and things like that. And then the only other item I would say I buy is like pretzels and some Pirate's Booty, because sometimes Pirate's Booty is a really good snack. But other than that, we buy whole meats, we buy whole vegetables. We eat a lot of grains, like whole brown rice and things like that. So we eat whole food. We are not shopping in those middle aisles of the grocery store other than for things like condiments and cereals and things like that. So that gives you an idea of the kind of things that we're buying. We're buying quality items. I buy organic when I can. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. Not 100% of the things that I buy are organic. I kind of price compare and weigh out, okay, what item is most important to me that I am ingesting for it to be organic. On an occasion, if the item is just excessively expensive and organic, I'll skip it and buy the next best thing. All natural, no preservatives, no additives, no colors, and I'll kind of go to that like next step down. But when I can, I buy organic. And so the store that I have more recently been shopping at that I have found that makes it affordable for us to shop this way is Trader Joe's. Now, mind you, the closest Trader Joe's to my house is an hour away. So it's a bit of a haul, but it's been worth it. I go grocery shopping once a week down there, and how I only go to the store one time is I make a meal plan. So that's what we're going to talk about today. How to make a meal plan, how to make it work for your family, and how to really stick to it to keep that budget good. So, how I meal plan. First thing, I usually do it every Saturday or Sunday. Kind of depends on my schedule. Typically it's Saturday though, because I can go shopping late in the evening on Saturday with no real issues with interfering with anybody else's schedule. So first thing I do is I get out my planner. This is my personal planner, not my school planner. I keep 2 planners. And I just check through here to see what I have going on during the week. When are some of our activities, if we have an appointment one day or not. And I kind of gauge what days I need dinner to be easy. The next thing I do is I always have one slow cooker meal or a pasta on Wednesday night. Wednesday night is a busy day for us. We go to a charter school on Wednesdays for extracurricular activities. And then after that, we have gymnastics, and we are not home till 5:30. So we're home late. So if I can put something in the slow cooker and get it going before I leave, I love that. Or if I can have a pasta that takes me 20 minutes and we're done and we're eating, love it. So there's always one pasta or a slow cooker meal. There are always 2 vegetarian meals on our menu. There are 2 reasons for this. 1, I don't eat a lot of meat. And 2, it keeps your budget down. By not eating meat every day, you're taking a part of that financial expense out. The next thing is every Monday I roast a whole chicken. So for Monday night, part of the whole chicken we eat. We eat the whole chicken with some vegetables and some rice or something like that. And then what I do with that extra chicken is I put it in the fridge for lunch meat, or I use it for another meal during the week. So I at least get 2 things out of 1 chicken that I just have to roast once at the beginning of the week. I almost always do it on Monday, because then the rest of the week, I have that chicken in the fridge ready to go. The other thing we do is on Sunday night, we have homemade pizza night. So there are 2 reasons I do this. 1, pizza is delicious. And 2, it's a great way to empty your fridge. You would be so surprised how much half of an onion you have and, a tiny portion of meat you have left from some dish. Well, guess what? You can take all those things and toss them on a homemade pizza and bake them. And they are delicious. And they are way, way cheaper than buying a store-bought pizza. We're talking a fraction of the cost. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is where I get my ideas for meal planning and kind of how I organize that for the week. So I'm going to show you guys. I have a basket here. And in this basket, I have the cookbooks that I'm using for this week. So it looks like a lot of cookbooks. I get my menus from cookbooks I already own because I own quite a few. And if you don't, then the internet is probably going to be your best friend. I own a lot of cookbooks. So as you can see, 4 of my items for this week are coming out of cookbooks. Then I have a couple just loose recipe cards that if I really like a recipe and I want to write it down, I can. So I just keep this right here because it's easy. And then this binder is where I keep, pardon me, I have to move that now. It's where I keep all of our items and things that we have printed off the internet that we liked. So if we don't like them, I don't keep them. But if I like them, I put them in this binder in these nice see-through sleeves. And then if I want to go back to it, we can. So it's really easy to, pardon me, it's very accessible. So this makes it accessible, which I love. And then at the front, I keep our old menus because eventually I'd like to be able to rotate back to them on occasion. Or if I have a really busy week, I think it'd be great to be able to just reach back in here and grab one and make a grocery list out of it. So this is where I keep the ones that I print off the internet and where I keep the books that I'm using for the week. Then this entire basket goes into a shelf in my kitchen that's really accessible. I can just grab out the binder or grab out a cookbook. It already has a little marker for the menu, for the item I'm using for that week, and I can start cooking. It keeps it really simple. I'm not running back to the computer to re-download something I found on the internet 3 days ago, and I don't remember what website it was on, because I do that. I do it a lot, and I forget. So these are the resources that I use and how I keep them really accessible. Like I said, I put them in the basket and I keep them on my kitchen counter. Makes it really simple during the week to find what you need to get that food cooked. So now I'm going to cut to the screenshot for you guys, and I'm going to show you how I actually make the physical meal plan that hangs on my fridge. And I'm going to just run you guys through that so you have an idea of how I organize it and how I keep it really simple and make it accessible to do every week. Because let's face it, doing something like this every week can be a little daunting. So here we go. Here is my meal plan for this upcoming week. As you can see, it is October 5th through 11th is my next meal plan. I've got Monday through Sunday is how I meal plan because I usually go grocery shopping on Saturday and or Sunday. So that is what works for me, but you could start your week any way you wanted. Then on mine, I have breakfast listed for my son because my son has special needs and he's a really tough kid to get to eat. So I list his breakfast, his morning snack, his lunch, and his afternoon snack all on this menu that hangs on our fridge. So I can just point him to the menu on the fridge and say, oh, well, what snack are you allowed to have? Okay, go ahead and go get it out. 1, I think it teaches independence, and 2, it really cuts down on the nagging for those carb-loaded snacks. He knows on Tuesday in the afternoon, he can have a banana. And on Thursday for a morning snack, he can have applesauce and a bag snack. And by bag snack, I mean I take pretzels and portion them down into an appropriate size for him. And he can just grab the bag out or the little reusable container out of the pantry. He knows where they are. They're all in the same place. Keeps it really simple. Really, really cuts down on that nagging and carbo loading of unhealthy items. So the other area that you'll see is dinner. This is the main area we've been talking about. So as you can see, on Mondays, I have a whole roast chicken with broccoli and rice. And then on Tuesday, we have a honey mustard chicken thighs with rice. On Wednesday, we have a ragu italiano with a salad. And this ragu italiano, 1, it's a pasta. Again, Wednesday night, I need a fast item. And 2, the sauce is a slow cooker sauce. So it kind of is 2 birds with 1 stone. We can get home late on Wednesday and have a really nice meal to eat. So Thursdays, I have the chicken fried rice, and I'm using some of the leftover chicken from our whole roasted chicken from Monday to make this meal. Friday, we're having a butternut squash crumble, which again is a vegetarian meal. It's one of my 2 for the week. Saturday is a Thai coconut curry vegetable soup. Soups are a really affordable way to cut some costs out of your budget, and if you make them vegetarian, they're even better, much more cost effective. And then Sunday, like I said, we do a homemade pizza once a week. I usually aim for it on Sunday, and it is our clean out the fridge food item. So how I fill this all in is, like I said, I put my whole chicken in, I put my 2 vegetarians in, and I put my slow cooker and or pasta item in. Then I start searching through cookbooks to find some fresher ideas for some of the other openings. And then I make a shopping list on the same application for what I need. And then I actually take this list with me to the store. I check my pantry, I check my spices, I check my fridge for anything we need for the week. Milk, if I need some more time, if we're low on bread. And I go to that grocery store 1 time for the week. On a rare occasion, I will have to run back to the grocery store for something that another store didn't have, or because I didn't check well enough before I left the house. So this is how I organize our meal plan. Once it is all filled out, I print it off on my computer and I hang it on our fridge. This is a great way when I start the morning with my son to know what we're eating for the day, make sure I have it out, and really keep that meal planning budget nice and keep it simple. So thank you guys for watching, and here is to an amazing life lived.